Greetings. This is Anna Temple Rodney, the Rising Mama, for another episode of How Do You Mom? Today we are joined by Miss Yolanda Thomas, chef-tographer, wonderful photographer, chef, mom, Black Girl Magic, and her little person.
This is Lauren, my daughter.
Say hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Hi. So we're going to just jump right into the questions. How long have you been a mom and how many children do you have?
In total, 9 years, and I have 3 children.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. What does it mean to successfully mom to you?
To me, to successfully mom means to focus on my children's health and happiness in every aspect that encompasses.
Lauren, what's your face say? So we're not going to do this in the interview, okay?
Okay.
Because she I'm making faces. What's going on? Do you have anything to interject?
No.
How does your mom successfully mom?
She helps us whenever we need help.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. Just going up on the internet, girl. Just letting you know. Your mama knows, but I want you to know. What is one surprise of motherhood? One thing that surprised you from motherhood?
That each child, no matter how close they are to each other, they are massively different from each other. No matter how close they are in age or where they fall in the calendar year, enormously different persons.
Okay. So what's one mom secret? One thing that you're like, nobody told me. Why didn't you tell me? What's one thing that you want a mother out there watching us to know?
I think every mom should know, stop and take a moment for yourself.
Yes, child.
Because you can take care of your children to the best of your ability and do everything in your human power to make them happy and healthy, but you could be killing yourself. So take a moment.
Mm-hmm. How do you mom? How do you mom? Yolanda Thomas, how does she mom?
Nowadays, through routine, through more compassionate parenting, I've found out paying attention to every tick without hovering, just being attentive and aware. That's how I've gotten it done. It's been the success point for me.
So how are you different from, do you remember, and how are you different from the mom, Yolanda before mom?
Whoa. I'm very different. Yolanda before mom was, I'm not going to say more playful, but friendships were more important to me. And now since I've been a mom, family then friends is how I see it. Because as close as you want your friends to be, if you lost a family member, somebody that was already part of your core, then you start feeling like pieces of you are missing. So you have to cherish them in the order that they present themselves to you.
Nice. Okay, so how do you think that you're similar from before mom, Yolanda?
I'm still ambitious. I still desire to see things around me always get better. That's always something I care about, whether it be friends or if it's just myself. I've always had the drive to just be at 100% yourself, always be at 100, and so that part hasn't changed. Just been interrupted here and there, but same goals, same desires.
Good job. What do you hope to show your children through your example? What do you want them to learn?
How to treat people and how to take care of themselves. And I don't mean in some vague way, but actual self-love, taking time to appreciate and respect who you are, and taking time to appreciate and respect people around you because you don't know everybody's story. So be kind. Be kind.
I know this one is kind. She's my favorite kind.
Yeah. Special girl.
What skills have you cultivated as a mom? I know for me, Patience was a big thing that I had to cultivate. What skills have you had to cultivate
That
as a
one is
mom?
probably like the top for me as well. I was impatient quite frequently in my pre-mom life, and she came 2 days early. My first son came 2 weeks early, and then the baby son came 2 weeks early. But because in that process of being pregnant, they don't tell you things like the baby might come early and everything will be fine. So your mind ends up in a panic, and you have to go like, wait, oh, you're okay. So I can calm down a little bit. But I had to learn to be patient with their process. And so even as they've grown, it's like, I have to be patient and let you do this so you can learn. I have to understand that this is how you comprehend this thing, so I can't rush you. And I can't rush myself for whatever growth I need, you know. So self-patience and patience in general.
Self-patience. Self-patience. That's a big difference between just patience.
Oh yeah, because you have to tell yourself sometimes, I want to do this, I want to do this. It's like, wait. I cannot physically do all these things at once. I'm not a jellyfish. I'm not an octopus. But I have ideas that are like tendrils and tentacles. I want to touch these things, but I don't have to touch them all at once. Because they're part of what I desire and what I'm going to walk into, so they will wait for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That waiting is a big thing.
It's
gonna be
huge.
there.
It's
It's
huge.
there for you. Fun question. What would your mom's superhero ability be if you had one? Or what is it? Because we are superheroes.
I would, if I could do anything. So one of my favorite shows is Doctor Who, and it's because the concept of the TARDIS traveling through time and space is so wicked cool to me. Like, dude, you stepped out of a time to go to another time in space, and I feel like that I was their TARDIS. They had to go from being in one realm to come here, and everything that I do for them, I hope that I'm transported into another space and time. So if I could have any mom power, it'd be to, I guess, go beyond having just a physical body and transport them that way. Like, I can get you there. I can get you there. There's no interruptions here. Let's get you there.
And that's kind of what momming is. It's like, let me get you there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me get you there.
But I wish I, like, the TARDIS, and it's weird because I have this thing about geometry and stuff, but the TARDIS is a police box. So it's a rectangle going this way, so it's a square up top, and then all these details in the windows and stuff. And it looks like a police box to signal that either alarm or protection, right? You know that. And it's special for the person who needs to master it, to craft it.
Right.
You know, for the pilot itself, and only the pilot knows this is this. These buttons do this. These circles and whistles do this. And in this way, I can get my children here.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, in the same vein, what would your kryptonite be? What's the thing that trips you up?
Impatience. Deeply. Every time I've done something out of time, out of sync with the time when I'm supposed to, I've literally stepped on my own feet. If you don't give yourself time to be yourself, time to develop, if you feel like you're a busybody, then you do have to tell yourself, okay, stop for a minute and breathe. What am I doing right now? Because that's majorly important. If I'm doing it right now, then there's a reason I'm doing it right now. There have been times when using, as my mom calls it, my knower, my intuition, when I've actually avoided major accidents, running into people, having things happen to me for my whole life and didn't even know that that's what it was. But all those times that I decided, I don't care about that, things have happened. So it's about the patience, about following the intuition. And every time I don't listen to my spirit guide, I'm wrong. So I have to listen and I have to be patient.
Right. So, you are a wife and a mother. In some avenues, people would say you're a mother and a mother.
Yeah.
Little joke there.
It's okay.
But in that role, there are a lot of people depending on you. How do you ask for help as the one that people are looking to?
I'm a little slow with asking for help. I'm I've so I actually said this to my mom, and it's funny that you asked that. I said it to my husband as well. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but don't always expect to get help from the people that you ask. You may have to ask outside. You will get your needs met once you realize where to ask for help. Because if you're trying to pull from a dry well, you'll just keep getting dust. You have to go to full wells. You have to go outside of what you know and find what you need. And I've had the mistake of accidentally drying up people, not because I'm using them, but because in my mind, you have the resources to help me do X, Y, Z. But they don't, and I don't always know that because I always believe that people are so... I support people, I believe them, so I always think that they have more than they do. I understand, and I not force but push potential. So if someone is without, it makes me feel like, wow, I guess I was doing the wrong thing by asking you. Now I have to go further.
Right.
And sometimes, and this is the magic part, sometimes you have to go all the way outside to come back to yourself. That's what I've experienced.
How do you take care? I want to ask Lauren how mom takes care of herself. How does mom take care of herself?
Well, during my brother's nap time, she usually takes a moment. She gets on her computer. She takes pictures of the sky and stuff. And sometimes, like, very little, sometimes she does a YouTube video. And then after that, she wakes up the boys, then pick me up from school. Sometimes we go to my grandmother's house. We relax with them until it's time for us to go pick up my father. And then after that, me and my brothers go to bed, and her and mommy and daddy chill out in the living room, and then they eat, and then they rest, watch Doctor Who, and so mostly she watches TV, not my dad, he likes computer stuff, and so they watch Doctor Who sometimes, or Dragon Ball Z, and then after a long time, they go to sleep.
Okay. Is that accurate?
That's completely accurate.
Is there anything that she missed that you want to add that you do to take care of yourself?
I mean, only recently, I don't know if she was aware that I was doing it, but I started expanding beyond just cooking or photography. So I've been making music, electronic music, but it's because I'm finding that some patterns, the rhythm of certain patterns, they touch me in a deep place, so I follow them, and I just started making music to match what I feel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we kind of talked about it a little bit. I want you to tell the people what it is that you do. I mean, you are a mom, and that's a big part, but what else do you do? What are the other infinite things that you do?
I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a chef, I'm a photographer, I'm now a musician. I'm a cinematographer. I'm an oldest sister. I'm oldest, so I always help out my sisters when they need me or when I'm available. I'm an artist, correct. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to think if there's anything I miss. I'm sometimes a party animal, only sometimes.
You're a great friend.
Thank you. I have been told that. Because I love people. And I love to see the good in them. And once they show me that they have no intentions of hurting me and that I can trust them, in my mind, they become family. And so when you go from being friend family, like you are, you're family. So there's no separating what we have.
Right.
And if I don't get you in that space, then I'm going to keep trying.
Right.
Because I want to have as many people in my village as possible,
Beautiful. Where can we find you? YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff.
So my Instagram is Chefphotographer84. I believe that my Twitter is the same. My Facebook is Yolanda Thomas. My YouTube is Yolanda Thomas, and I have one. I think the other one is the Yolizzles 84. Yeah. If I'm ever gaming and you see the name Yolizzles 84 like on Roblox or something, that's me. I don't think they have any others. Oh, Flickr, WordPress, and I think Periscope. Mainly everything is Yolizzles 84, so I can just streamline it at some point.
Yolizzles
Yeah, I got
84.
that. I actually got that from a friend, and it's stuck. I got it in college.
Nice.
So, YOLIZZLES 84.
Yes, so you go, if you're watching this, you find my friend, you find Yolizzle 84, you follow her, you subscribe to her stuff, and you do all the things that you're supposed to do that I'm telling you to do right now. Also, you can, if you're watching this, you should be subscribed, you should be liking and commenting, you should be reaching out. I am available for Reiki, distance, Reiki, doula work, interviews.
She's an amazing doula. Amazing.
Thank you very much. Doula work, interviews, art projects, readings. You can check the readings out on the page. So, like I always say, we love you. We are proud of you. Thank you for being here, and we will see you soon. Peace.